to Sister Lily first. Cảm ơn.
Okay, let's start now. Warm welcome to our masters, Brother Joe Huang, Hualien Dharma team, and brothers and sisters around the globe. A very good morning. Let us start the session for today. Recently, disasters have happened so rapidly, one after another, due to the great imbalance of four elements. Now with COVID-19 virus pandemic around the world, Masters have great concern and earnestly urge everyone to repent and adopt vegetarian meal. Going vegetarian is a way to express our sincere piety, to pray for peace and a world free of disasters. It is the purest way of love for all living beings. Now let us send our sincere prayers into the 10 directions. May the Sahara land be free from disaster and peace prevails in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piousness.
In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. From my heart, I pray. May we join our hands, our hearts as one. Spread the seeds of great love, nurture wisdom evermore. Let us fill the world with hope. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas know my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our hate with love. May there be no suffering hereafter.
May all minds be purified. May there be peace in the community. May there be no disasters in this world. Let us chant the universal love and blessing. With loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body, an enlightened mind, and a total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe. Let our unified love make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse in this. Let us immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. And before we listen to the wonderful sharings, let us invite our masters to lead us in paying homage to the Triple Gems. Let us pay our respects for these teachings and explanations to the Buddha and Master Cheng Yen by making 3 sincere bows. Please rise, palms together. First bow. Second bow. The bow to our beloved Abud Masters who join us today. And so today we have Brother David Liu, the Q&A session, and followed by Brother Joe Huang. So before we have that, with Brother David, let us have invite Sister Su Ching for weekly summary. Sister Su Ching, over to you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so last week we had Sister Su Ching and Sister Moon. From every adversity, for as long as there is hope, our minds will overcome. For as long as we persevere and keep our spirits up, we will shine through any state of glum. To begin with, a grateful heart is necessary to accept the adversities as lessons. With this acceptance, then we do not wallow, but rather look for blessings and solutions. Sister Moon asked, the early part of the pandemic, how do we see past the difficulty? As we recall, how can we stand back and stay calm when all we could see was struggle and adversities? The answer is practice. Every minute of every day, with the right approach, we train our mind to think in a certain way. What silver linings from this pandemic have been experienced by our brothers and sisters? Sister Moon spoke about more family time and a chance for her to declutter. Sister Kaping shared about joint faith fundraising that brought unity and solidarity. Sister Sharon said she had more time for Dharma when before she was so busy. Brother Robert reflected on the past when he took a lot of things for granted. Sister Susan mentioned about businesses benefiting from the pandemic, as she pointed. A lot of what seems to be luck is an accumulation of karma coming into fruition. Luck is preparedness meeting opportunities, and opportunities is more than just a serendipitous occasion. Indeed, no experience is all good or bad. It is what we make of it. This morning's sharing is a collection of reflection of gratitude, a very useful use of time. We do admit it. Okay, then Brother Pauru and Sister Lisan came on. Brother Pauru and Sister Lisan called from the US this morning to share with us stories from that part of the world, which is very heartwarming. Yes, we do hear a lot of bad news, the pandemic, the war, people hurt and displaced. Just sit back and hear a story that will restore your faith in the human race. San Francisco is a beautiful, picture-perfect city, it seems. But inside the dark alleys are small rooms shared by families looking for the American dream. A woman owning a bakery was suffering in the pandemic with low sales. Mere few hundred sales a day is not enough to cover the thousands in overheads, she wails. When one day she saw city volunteers dragging food to the small homes up and down the city, inspired by their diligence, she diverted her energy to help as well, using her cooking skills. Previously, it was up and down the city hills. Inspired by their diligence, she diverted her energy to help as well, using her cooking skills. She volunteered with Tzuti and created vegetarian dumplings that were an instant hit. In mere months, her business luck reversed, and more people know of her from the work that she did. Helping others is the key to ultimate happiness. It is now scientifically proven to be so. Brother Paulu said in physics is called resonance energy. However, in Tzu we only know doing unto others all the good things is the nature of everything that is true. All across the world, join us in this revolution. We warmly welcome you and be with you. And that's it from me today. I will pass on to Brother Yong. Brother Yong, I understand there is something special for the next speaker. Over to you, Brother Yong.
Yeah, very good morning to everybody. 感恩上人，感恩所有慈济人。So I come to this chat room because of Sister Su Ching invite me. Actually, I know Brother David since 2001. Actually, he is so kind. I still remember that Brothers Liu paid visit to me 3 times, all the way down from Malacca, came to KL, Subang Jaya, and then come to my clinic and keep on encourage me to take up the responsibility, help to set up that free clinic at Malacca Tzu Chi. 3 times, keep on saying and keep on encouraging me. So touching. So from the day 1 until now, I still keep on as a coordinator for the TCM department. I feel so much touching and feel so gratitude to him and to Sister Chilu Sijie. So I think these are all about that the history and the relationship between me and Brother Liu. And today, I think they invite me because of such a history. So maybe I can say hi to Brother Liu. Good morning to you, Brother Liu.
Dr. Yong, I think Brother David connection has some issues, so he's logging out and logging in.
Okay,
so
I see.
Surprised when he joined and say, brother.
Okay.
Maybe brother can share a bit more on the journey while we wait for Brother David. He should be joining us anytime. Not sure why. Just now he said connected, but we didn't see him, right?
Okay. Of course, from the day 1, the setting up of the flea clinic, initially I reject because of actually quite far away from me. And it's not easy for me to travel down. I think at those days, I've just started my clinics, my practice as well. So I'm started from nothing. So to me, I need to travel down to Malacca, not once in a week or even not once in a month, maybe a few times in a week. So I keep on calculating what about my financial status. So let's say if I travel down to Malacca, I need to spend the toll-free, the fuel charge, and even I bring some of my staff, my nurses accompany me to the flea clinic. I mean, because just started, so I need somebody, they are master, they are familiar to alliance with me for the clinical job. So I keep on calculating. Maybe to me it's quite a burden as a financial burden. So that's why I declined to do so. But since the sincerity, and this could be said as an adversity as well. So after the second time of the visit by Brother Liu, so I really have a deep consideration about that. So I discussed with my wife, saying that actually this challenge is occurred and it's bring to me. So of course, by the blessing of Sangren, my wife. So after the third visit, I promised Brother Liu that okay, I'm willing to take charge of this free clinic from nothing. And of course that day, at those days, not only me myself, even with the Dr. V and Dr. Teo, 2 of us, okay, we tie up together and we cooperate together So they're going to set up the Western side clinic. Set up the acupuncture department and the TSM department. So I think until now it's already 21 years already. So I think that's all about the history. I mean, for me, this with that free clinic. So anything else I need to maybe say furthermore?
Dr. Young 感恩不好意思okay, because I'm not sure why Brother David still okay, maybe Sister Stephanie can help moderate a bit. Let me try to call Brother David again.
I'm Stephanie, good morning.
Hey,
I've been listening
Stephanie.
to your sharing just now, and I thought it's such a wonderful affinity. I heard that you are actually starting you are now, the affinity is that due to the veggie promotion.
Yes.
That we meet you again after all these years.
Yes.
So can you tell us a bit about how you got involved in the veggie promotion?
Okay. All this why. Okay. Before I come to this providing a bento, what you call a vegetarian bento set. Actually, in fact, all this why I think almost 15 years, I keep on I think writing a lot of articles about that the vegetarianism and vegetarian, what you call that, the benefit from the health benefit from the vegetarian. So not only by the articles, and even I try to promoting all this a very good culture, a very good habit culture throughout the write-up and also TV program as well. To me, this is a very good idea to vegetarian. It's a very good way and good method to promoting compassionate, and also it's very good, especially in this adversity moment, a tough moment. We know that vegetarian is not only good for, it's very good to benefiting to our health, and also very good to promoting, to protect our environment. I think as everybody knowing that to sustain a good environment and a good what you call this world, I think vegetarian is helping a lot, like saving a lot of energy, a lot of resources, even the water, and so on. So that's why, to me, these are all the good reasons why I keep on promoting the vegetarian. So, and recently I tried to set up a central kitchen with name as Aranya Cafe. As we know, Aranya is a term from that Sanskrit word. It's something like it's meaning something like the pure land. So to me, we are cooking a good food, a healthy food. A food can protect our earth. So that's why I named it as Aranya Cafe. So I try to promoting a good vegetarian food, of course, with a very fair price. Actually, to me, this is not the way to earn money, to make a business. No, it's not that way. I try to promoting good food to the common, to the people. So that's why I engage all my team members, even from a very morning, even tomorrow. I think we all have to get up at about maybe 3 something, and we have to gather at our central kitchen at about 4 a.m. So we'll be start to cook. We try to perform, and we try to deliver every bento in the tip-top condition, with the hygiene, with the very best taste vegetarian. So I always call it as a eat right bento. Instead of only the plant-based diet, I try to cook it with the right method, the right way, with the right combination. So that's why I call it as a eat right bento. So yes, all about. Hi.
And listening in is Brother David Liu already. He's actually been listening into your sharing just now. Sister Su Ching, you want to say something?
Brother David Liu, good morning. Supposed to give brother a surprise.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you, brother.
Brother David,
Brother
you see
David.
our special guest here, Brother David? We have a special guest that joined us today, Brother David.
Brother
Can you
David,
hear
can you
us?
recognize me? I think I'm old.
Can
I'm
you
getting
hear us?
old and older. Maybe you can't remember or recognize me.
My laptop first. I off my laptop first. Yeah, I remember you very well.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Brother Liu.
You are Buddha face. I cannot forget you are Buddha face.
Ah, thank you so much. Kanan师兄.
Okay. Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Good morning, Brother David.
Good morning.
Brother David, Dr. Yong has
Very nice
come.
to hear everybody online.
Okay,
Today
okay.
I will be very busy from early morning till late night
All
because
right.
now we are having the English sharing section, and tonight 8:30 I have another sharing section to Vietnam brothers and sisters tonight. And this morning I have to participate the rehearsal of the Buddha bathing, and afternoon as well. So today will be very busy. Okay. I have been given my Q&A section through my live YouTube already 18 times. Each time I answer around 10 questions. So that means I already answered around 180 questions.
Wow.
Yeah. So there are so many problems, but not yet finished. Still, we have 19, 20 Q&A section. So if no problem means no improvement, right? A small problem, that means a small consciousness. A big problem, big consciousness, right? 小问题就小菩提啊，大问题就大菩提呀。小问题就小觉悟啊，大问题就大觉悟啊。Small problem, small enlightenment. Big problem, big enlightenment. So problem is good thing. No problem, no learning. No obstacle, no difficulty, also no improvement. Okay. From the question you sent to me, I realized the standard of your.
Should I share the PowerPoint now?
I have.
Okay.
Okay. From the question you offered to me, I learned that all of English volunteers, English educated volunteers, the Dharma learning standards very high. Some problem I have to check. So many some question also pertaining to very deep the Dharma. I try my best. Actually, the 道理是一样, the truth always same. Only how you explain. You must explain that everybody understand what you explain, right? Okay. Our first question is, first one, I often meet refugees and care recipients who take advantage of 2G or UN financial aid. They would lie about their conditions because they want to get the aid. So it is tough for me to inspire compassion. Is it right for me to find ways to unite their tricks? Yeah. Check in with their friends, neighbors, etc., to avoid passing the aid to the wrong party. Not only this not only for the refugees, but also the individual case also. But I don't think these many cases. I think these very few cases. they want to cheat us because they want to get aid, you know. But see, this sister asked, he said, because this problem that she feels very tough for inspiring compassion. My point of view is this, you know, we cannot say the reason that we are hard to inspire our compassion is because of someone lied to us. Some people also lie to master. Master cannot say, because you lie me, that's why I'm very hard to inspire my compassion, right? Same thing, right? For us, same. Other people lie to us is his karma. Whether we have compassion is our cultivation. Both have nothing to do. Although Master Ching Yan says, there is no one that we cannot trust. 普天下没有我不信任的人嘛，哈。But this doesn't mean when someone cheat us, but we still trust him. No. I know also somebody cheat Master Ching Yan. But we still have to use our wisdom to clarify, to verify. Okay? Even we don't trust them, they will have to, we still have to keep compassion. Even we don't trust them, you know, but we still have to keep compassion to all the people. Of course, when we find the recipient is something not honest, we still can assess the case by checking with their friends or neighbors, as you said. This is correct. In this condition, one thing very important for us to notice, if you want to check in the details from his friends or neighbor, one thing we have to notice, very important. We must be very careful to avoid the recipient thinking that we are trying to inquire about his privacy, to avoid this kind of misunderstanding from the recipient or refugees, and avoid arising his disgust if he found we are checking his privacy, right? Because the recipient, if know we are checking his privacy, he will think we don't trust him. In terms of empathy, we would also be unhappy, right? So in this case, we need to learn how to be wise and smooth while talking with his friends and neighbors to avoid making any misunderstanding by refugees or recipients, or even the poor cases as well. Yeah. We are not like an investigator. Don't let him feel we are just like an investigator. Must let his friend or neighbors feel that we are so compassionate and so nicely want to give help to his friend. But in order to help them very objectively and comprehensively, we have to know more details from him about his friends, that his friend know from our heart is compassionate, because we want to help, because our money is raising from public dollar by dollar. So we have to use the money very cautiously and very carefully. That's why we have to know more details besides this recipient or refugees, avoid making misunderstanding. But there are some recipients really have these bad tendency, you know. But I have to emphasize that this not many. Few of the recipients, they are greedy, or they want to get aid from us, so they cheat us. This type of case is very few. Yeah. However, we are not easily to be deceived by them, right? The people can cheat us, and we also can forgive them. But this doesn't mean we are easily to be deceived, because we know they are cheating us, you know. But we don't mean because they cheat us, that's why we don't believe them. And this causes us very hard to inspire our compassion. This something, nothing to do. I think this is just few cases, not all. Majority of the care recipients are grateful for Su Ching's assistance, including the refugees. If they know the assistance from Su Ching is raising from poverty dollar by dollar, and there are so many people that donate small money and accumulate it to help him, let him know this story, then he dare not. He dare not, because he thinks he is very poor, he is very sick. Yeah, for his purpose, not easy to get this assistance from public. Once he had this opportunity, he want to cheat, he want to get more. You know, this we can be rational to them. 同理心呐。If we were them, when we are living in the suffering or torturing or in the hardship, and nobody help us, once we have opportunity to get assistance from somebody, of course we want to get some more, right? This same psychology. Also, don't worry about being cheated. As long as we have objectively and comprehensively assessment before we decide to open the case or give help, we must do very, very accurate assessment. This is very important. Right? He want to cheat us is his problem, but we have to check by ourselves. But only this throughout this assessment must don't make any misunderstanding by the recipient or refugees or their neighbors or their friends. This must be tried to avoid. Otherwise, 好事变成坏事啊。We want to help them is very meaningful things, but become a misunderstanding. 这样就不圆满了。Okay.
Wonderful. So we must be very, very mindful. In other words, yeah.
Yes.
要很用心哦，在这一块。
对。Helping the poor case， 这个是对事情的，是事情的，对事的。But how to respect the recipient and refugees? This is 对人呐，this human。一个对人，一个对事，对不对？一个对人，一个对事嘛，所以人事都要圆融了。
正知正念了。
对，人跟事都要兼顾。Cannot be only smoothly finish the things, but already get the misunderstanding in between.
Right.
This is not 圆满了，不圆满了。Must be we have the refugees or recipients. We feel happy. They are also feel very grateful, right? Cannot we help them and let them feel harmful? This is not good, or misunderstanding. It's not good. So this must use wisdom and very mindful. This also need experience actually.
Need experience, yeah.
So we can learn step by step. Yeah.
So
okay.
Compassion must always go with wisdom.
Yeah. So 所以to helping the poor or helping the recipients or the refugees, this we call the charity, right? Why we must say the charity is the base of our Su Ching missions. Why? Very important. all the Su Ching missions based on the charity mission. Because the charity mission, 我们必须对人跟对事啊。你这句话帮我翻一下哈。If you can use these two Jing's aphorism in helping the poor case or the recipients, then you will be very successful also treat the brother all the people. There are two Jing's aphorism. Actually, it's one, but two sentences. First one, I speak Chinese because I don't know how to translate by English. I use Chinese, but very important. I need somebody to translate into English. Okay, the first one, 处理事情呢，处理事情必须将理性蕴藏在感性之中啊。第一个是处理事情啊 ，helping the poor 就是处理事情。处理事情必须将理性怎么讲啊？
理性 principles
rationality
rationality
okay, rationality inside the 感性的 emotions yeah put the rationality inside the emotion 啊，这个叫做处理事情的。好，要将理性蕴藏在感性之中啊。这个 first one，the second one， 刚刚讲处理事情嘛，现在与人相处啊，这个是对人啊，与人相处啊 ，get along with the people，与人相处必须将感性放在理性之上啊。interact with the other people, you have to put the emotions 比你on 是不是在这个之上怎么讲
above
beyond
yeah put the ration put the emotion above the rationality 对不对？
对。
那第一句话什么意思呢 ？What mean by first sentence？ 处理事情必须将理性蕴藏在感性之中。处理事情 ，helping the poor，OK，helping the poor， 这个在外面 outside， right？ But inside we must have our principle for assessment. This means wisdom inside, wisdom, compassion outside, wisdom inside. 啊，这样你们就清楚了嘛？这个处理事情，不能因为说不能 cannot be okay because we are very pity on these recipients. Then we don't have any principle. Just helping without any right method or wisdom cannot be like this. Okay. The second sentence. 与人相处啊 ，get along with the other people. 与人相处必须多讲情，少讲理啦。More emotion important than
principle.
More rationality. When you get along with the other people, 多讲情，少讲理。因为 if you have more rationality, that means you have less emotion. This cannot have the good relationship with the other people. 好，啊，这两句话，啊 ，so helping the poor is a case， 是事情，对。这个 interact with the recipient， 那这个是与人相处嘛，对不对？一个对人，一个对事嘛。So if these two sentences you can use in the helping poor or helping the recipients successfully, then you also can be used successfully to other people, all the people. OK， 啊，这个叫做理事圆融啦，啊，上人讲的理事圆融啦。
Harmony
道理跟事情，道理跟事情都很圆满。
Brother Liu， 你刚刚说 ，just now you're saying that when we're facing to a problem, we need more 你讲的多讲感性，少讲理性。 Am I correct?
这些这个对人，对人，对人，
对人，你这感性 ，OK，is that 我们可以理解成为是种sensibility，一种所谓的知觉，一种所谓的情面，是这个意思吗？
就是多讲情，
是 sensibility，
感
是这个意思
情啦，多讲感性的东西啦，
感性的东西 ，OK，
啊，多讲感性。你看哈，same thing， we marry wife, or wife married to husband also, okay? The marriage at the very beginning we marry because husband and wife talking about emotion， 是讲感情才会结婚嘛，对不对？When divorce, they don't talking about the emotion, very rational, right? After we divorce, how much money you have to give me every month, and who take care of the kids, right? 这个是理嘛，结婚是讲情的，离婚是讲理啦，对不对？离婚就没有情了嘛，结婚是因为感情而结婚嘛，对不对 ？Same thing, true or not?
Brother Liu, is this like either 存款先啦，是吗？就是要跟
对，也可以这样子讲，也可以存款。
Yeah.
If you have， 假如你存款多，你跟对方的存款多的话，
还可以讲理。
你讲理没有关系，he will be appreciate that you mentioned about the
So we must
right
have a
point.
good affinity with them first before we
对
can
对对，
inspire anything.
你跟他没有感情，你跟他没有 good friendship,
right?
But you want to guide him
Not
by
possible.
rationality, he won't accept. Even you speak just aphorism to him, he reject. Not he reject the just aphorism. He reject you because he doesn't like you. That's why he doesn't like what you say as well, right?
Yeah. So it's
so
like we speak their language first.
Buddhism. Yeah? So learning Buddhism, one thing very important. Don't make any bad affinity with the other people, with any one person. No.
How?
You have 100 good friends who has the good affinity with you, but you only have one friend who doesn't have good affinity with you. Then it's a very big risk in our life. 对，贵人100个，然后小人1个，这个小人你就搞不定了哦，对不对？这个是 our living philosophy, especially in learning Buddhism. We want to make more good affinity with all the people, but we don't want to make any one bad affinity with any one person. Because this one person will become a big problem in our life. We must avoid. Okay?
Yeah, Brother David, maybe I can try and summarize the 2 sentences. So in dealing with matters, we must not allow emotions to blind us, and principles has got to always be the foremost. In dealing with people, we should always put ourselves in others' shoes, and our actions and our words should be powered by love and compassion.
Yes.
And then Sister Kaping, wonderful.
We have to let the recipient of the poor cases realize those people come to see me because they want to help me. They are good people. What they do, what they say are good for me. I appreciate. Must have this kind of result. Not they didn't feel something wrong from those people because they want to check my privacy from my neighbor, from my friends. So this must try to avoid. This we need to use them. Okay?
Okay.
Okay,
right.
now
Thank
question
you so
2.
much, brother.
Okay,
Can
question
we go
2.
to the next question? Okay, the next question, yeah.
Why Why do some people say they would forgive family members easily, but not outsiders, while others say it is easier to forgive outsiders compared to family members, as family members should be more understanding. Why is it so, and how to overcome each obstacle? This we always have this problem, you know.
Quite common.
Why our wife or our husband so nice to other people, outsiders, but why he come back to our home, it become another condition, right? That's why the family members cannot accept. I see you in Su Ching, put our face, talking nicely to all the people. But why you come back to our family, to our house, our home, you become very 讲话很硬, easy losing temper, right? And not good face as well. This happens in so many volunteers family. So we have to understand, before we learn in Buddhism, maybe we are like this because we are ordinary human. But now we start to learn Buddhism, we have to know how to use our wisdom and compassion in our living and dealing with the people as well. This means we are improved already. We must know how to improve. So this is something to do with the wisdom in Buddha Dharma. Actually, these two common conditions, some people can forgive family members than outsiders, and some people are conversely, right? No matter what condition, the principle of life should be same. No matter what condition you mentioned, the above two conditions, the principles of our life should be the same mindset, no different mindset. This we call 平等心, equanimity, equality. In Buddhism, we say equality or equanimity. In Chinese, we say 慈悲等观. Master Ching say 慈悲等观. Now that we are learning Buddhism, we have to remind ourselves always equally to all people, without any sense distinction, whether or outsiders should be same. That means why some Su Ching volunteers, they are in charge of the Su Ching, Su Ching youth group, Su Ching. They take care of the Su Ching. Very nice and so good interaction with the Su Ching. But her son or her daughter almost the same age as the Su Ching, but he or she cannot interact very well with her or his son or daughter. Why? Because you have sense distinction. You can easily forgive the Su Ching kids, but you cannot forgive your son or your daughter because they are your kids, and Su Ching is not your kids. 这样就不平等了。对 That's why the Su Ching people, Su Ching kids like you very much, but your son and your daughter sometimes cannot like you because you treat them different from the Su Ching. If you use the way you deal with Su Ching and use this on your children must be very happy, like the Su Ching, right? So this is something to do with our mindset, 我们的信念。这个信念呢 this mindset must be kept very equal. Yeah, if we can easily forgive outsiders, but hard to forgive our own family members, this we call 颠倒, we call upside down. That's why Master said, in Chinese we say 假如不能爱自己身边的人，那你的大爱是要爱谁啊？ If you cannot love the people around you, then you say you have great love. To whom you want to love? Right? This reminds us very much. Because we are not equal. We can take care. We love. We can forgive the refugees and recipients, right? But we are very hardly to forgive or take more care to our family members. Some volunteer has this problem. Even us, you cannot care about the people around. If you cannot care about the people around you, then master say, and this will cause me very confused, because you always say you have great love. To whom you love? This master ask us. This means she remind us. Don't forget equality. Now we are trying to. We are learning Buddhism now. We are go on this Bodhisattva path already. So we have to 众生皆平等. Yeah, all the human beings are equal, including outsiders and our family members. Try to approach this standard, then you can avoid many problems, because you have 你有大爱, right? Great love is pure, right? And the 小爱 is selfish. So if we 现在我们就要回小向大嘛，所以就是这样子啊。对 ，So if you use this 大爱精神啊，this great love spirit 的话 ，to everybody, outsiders or our family members, same. Then 我们的格局就很大的了啊，我们怎么样？我们的 room 是不是格局啊？
The space in our
我们的心胸就很大，对呀，我们的格局就很大，小就很多烦恼，大就没有烦恼。所以有一句好话说哈，心大则事小了。If your mind is very open, 很大，then all the things will become small, right? If your mind, 你的心胸 very small, then all the small things become big. 对，是这样意思嘛？所以 all this problem must return back to our Buddhism. 以法为师的 ，taking Dharma as our teacher. Dharma is our guidance. 所以 now we start to learn Buddhism. We have to 当然我们是在 we are householder 嘛，我们是在家 we are householder. We have our business, we have our family, so we cannot be exactly the same as the 出家人呐。出家人怎么讲
？Monastic.
Correct.
Monastic. Yeah.
我们不是出家人嘛，对。But try our best, right? To smaller the 什么小爱怎么讲啊 ？Selfish love 啊。Small love, and try to broaden great love. Because you broaden great love, then there's so many problems will be automatically eliminated. Why we have so many afflictions? Because too many selfish and small love. So that means that cause us mind become very small. You know. Just I say, if your mind is small, then the problem is big. Then your mind is big, the problem becomes small. Even big problem becomes smaller. Small problem become no problems. Depends on your mindset. Okay.
So basically
Yes.
here, Brother David, if I may just summarize, it is try to take on the great love,
Speak louder, speak louder.
non-discriminatory. Right.
Your voice is very low. Speak
Very
louder.
soft, is it? Okay. So for this question, the answer is expand the love, non-discriminatory,
Expand the love. Yes.
non-duality, equal to all, whether it's
Yeah.
home or to non-family members.
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
Okay.
So if you
Now-
expand your love, right? Expand your love, then you don't have this problem for how to forgive our family, how to forgive outsiders. All the people same. This different mindset than before we enter Su Ching, right? Different. Before we enter Su Ching, we are like the ordinary human. We always have
Yeah.
has this problem, but now no more, because we are already learning the wisdom from the Buddha Dharma already. Okay,
Alright.
question
Thank you
3.
so much. We have 2 more questions to go, so let's go to the third one. Okay, Gan
Okay.
Anna.
Okay.
The third one.
What is the difference between consciousness and wisdom? How do we derive wisdom life? As Buddhists, we are taught to escape silly existence. But in Su Ching, we make vows to return to Saha world that is full of challenges and subjected to life and death. Doesn't this objective sounds contradictory, right? Contradictory, right? 矛盾的啦。要远离这个远离六道轮回，是不是？我们 we make vows to return to Saha world that is full of, because in Saha world full of challenges. Why in Saha world full of challenges? Because Saha world full of the ordinary human, and all the ordinary human have so many bad tendency, and this bad tendency is coming from our past life. That's why the Buddhism said, the Buddha Dharma said, we become a human in this life. This is because our body is the 载道器啊，怎么讲？载道器啊。Our body come to this life is suffering the karma from our past life. That's why we call the 6 realms, right? All the sentient beings in this 6 realms is come to these realms to get in the suffering and the karma from their past life. But if you attempt Buddhahood, then you don't have this problem. Although the Buddha or Master Ching, they are in this world. Before Buddha also in this world, right? And Master Ching also in this world, in Saha world. But they are different. 他们是佛的化身啊。Master Ching or so many 高僧大德啊，怎么讲？高僧大德
noble
good
beings,
monk, high virtue, good monk or good nun, they are also in this world together with us. They look like ordinary human, but actually they are not. 他们是倒驾慈航啊 right? They already reconnect to a very nice standard already, but only because their wish and 他们的愿是吧 their vows. Because their vows is coming back to Soha world to help the sentient beings in this world. This is their vow. They are not in other world. They are in Saha world, but they are not ordinary human, not like us. 你看上人对不对 ？Look like very common. Actually, she is not. Okay, for example, to attain Buddhahood must have 4 conditions. 对，大慈、大悲、大愿、大行嘛，对不对？ All the people, all the Buddha, if one they attain Buddhahood, they must equip 4 principles, 4 conditions. 大慈, be compassion, like the Guanxin Buddha, right?
Yes.
Be compassion, 大慈，对，悲啦，大悲啊，对啊，大悲嘛，大悲啦 ，be compassion 啊。智 ，big wisdom， 文殊师利菩萨，我不会讲是什么，文殊师利菩萨。
Manjushri.
OK， 好，这个是
Manjushri Bodhisattva.
OK，this is the big wisdom. Second one, the third one， 悲智愿 ，big vows， 地藏王菩萨，对，
Yeah.
地狱不空，
treasury
誓不成佛啊。
Siti
众生度尽，方证菩提啊。众生度尽，他才要成佛啊。This very big vow, right? OK， 悲智愿行 ，taking action. Who is taking action? Is vow taking action. 普贤菩萨 ，right? So, if anyone who want to attain Buddhahood must obtain these 4 principles. Okay, now we are thinking back about the Master Ching Yen, right? Our master, she equipped these 4 conditions. Is it true or not? Right? 悲智愿行. All these conditions she already have. So she is not ordinary human. She never speak one word wrong. All she said is the philosophy. Not like us, something speak wrong and we say, sorry, my mistake. No. Any word, any sentence from her mouth is become a truth. It become a philosophy. So although Master Ching Yen, she looked like an ordinary human, but he's human, but it's not ordinary human. He is already from ordinary to ultra-ordinary already. 超凡入圣. Right. 所以为什么 why? So we want to know why the Buddha and Master Ching Yen and so many high virtue nun or monk, very high virtue. But why they still in this world? Because they follow 世尊. 怎么讲 Buddha is
Well honored one.
啊
The well honored one, the Buddha.
对 that we follow Buddha because Buddha's vow is returned back to Soha world to help the people. So it's where is the Buddha now? He passed away long 2,500 years ago already. Yeah. Where is the Buddha now? Where? You are the Buddha. Right? Master said, right? Today you do good things. Today you are Buddha. Right? Do one day good things. One day Buddha. Buddha already passed away. But so many living Buddha in this world. This makes sense. This kind of saying makes sense. Right? So no contradictory.
No contradiction. No contradiction.
No contradiction. Yeah, this is very clear, very clear. Right? Why we don't say Amitofo, right? Right? But although we are someone say hello, we are Amitofo, Amitofo. Why we say this become a habit already, long time already. The Master Ching Yen, she doesn't oppose the people say Amitofo. But Master Ching Yen, she said, I never say Amitofo. Said by Master Ching Yen. Why she say so? Because she said, I'm not follow Amitofo. I follow 释迦牟尼佛。Why? 阿弥陀佛 his vow is attain Buddhahood in 西方极乐世界 right? So there
Pure Land,
no
Western Pure Land.
challenges because in Pure Land in Pure Land in 西方极乐世界 right? So many 天人在那里呀、
Heavenly
so
beings.
enjoyable, enjoy the life, no challenges, no gossip. Hey. So nice, so peaceful land there. But in that Pure Land, still have opportunity to 怎么样？就是还要在人间的。Finally, he still need to come back to the
Return.
to the
Yeah.
the Soha world if he wants to attain Buddhahood again. That's why we say 成佛在人间呐、有没有？
对。
应顺导师不是讲嘛，成佛在人间吗 ？Attain Buddhahood in Soha world, not in 西方极乐世界。
Human realm.
Yeah, that's why. 你看 in 吃记 so many activities. We put the music. 好，我都记得不会唱。释迦牟尼佛有没有 ？Yeah, all the activity we use this music. 南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南无本师释迦牟尼佛。We follow this Buddha because his vow is coming back to the Zohar world to help all the people. Okay.
Okay. So this is the path.
That's why we just say if no problem, no consciousness, right? No problem, no learning, right? Same thing. 人成佛在人间，离开人群就没有什么法好修了。Said by Master Ching. If you keep away from the group, the crowd, then there's no Dharma you can learn. 无佛可学的，无佛可修了。If you want to cultivate yourself, you want to learn Buddhism, you have to be in this Saha world. Especially you keep away from the people, keep away from the crowd, then nothing you can learn. Because the Tao 跟法 all in this Saha world, especially in the crowd. That's why the Chiji school of Buddhism is one side is the Chiji Zongmen, the other side is the Jinshi Famai, right? The Chiji school of Buddhism is go into the crowd, go into the people, right? And Jinshi lineage of Buddhism, right? Jinshi Famai, Dharma lineage, Jinshi Dharma lineage is go in
religion,
right? Yeah. 净思法脉is go into the sutra. 实际中门 go into the crowd. Two ways parallel. One is wisdom. 实际中门 is compassion. 净思 Dharma lineage is wisdom. These two add together, combine together, 叫做福慧双修，悲智双运呐 ，right？ 这个是我们的法门嘛 ，very logical， right？ 哦，好，这个是第三 question 3。
To attain Buddhahood, it must be in human realm. That's why we must return to the Saha.
Yeah, okay.
No contradiction.
Yes, no contradiction. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually,
very clear, right? That's how I explain. Very clear.
Yeah, brother David, you know I know that the character 佛 right? 佛啊
yeah.
the one of the subunit 啊，它的部首是人啊，对吗？ The character of 佛 Buddha.
Yes.
The subunit is human, 人 at one end, at one side, right?
You mean the people around him? You mean right?
Yeah.
People around Buddha. They are the ordinary human, like the Buddha 不是什么受记有没有
Prediction.
？Yeah, the certify the Buddha certify all his disciples. After how many years you will become a Buddha, right? 啊，释迦牟尼佛 certify certify so many his disciples. How many even certified to the 提婆达多啊？有没有？
Devadatta.
Yeah, 提婆达多 he want to kill Buddha, right? He want to revenge on Buddha. Yeah. But the Buddha still certified this bad guy. He will attain Buddhahood earlier than the other good disciple. Right? This guy want to harm to Buddha, but Buddha still so nice to him, even certified to him more earlier to attain Buddhahood than other disciples. Right? So around Buddha, like the people around Master Ching or ordinary human, same thing, same situation, right? Master Ching is a living Buddha, but all the people around Master Ching is not. Of course, we can expect ourselves to become a living Buddha. Actually, we are not. Why? Why we are not living Buddha? Why we are not the real Buddha? Why? Because we still have so many bad tendencies and very hard to repent. Repent. Right? Difficult. Although we are doing the good deeds, we are helping other people. But we still have so many bad tendencies, hard to eliminate. This is the truth. That's why all the 10 big disciples of the Buddha still not attain Buddhahood. Why? Because every disciple of the Buddha still have the tendency, like 34, he's very stubborn. Buddha remind 34 in front of so many disciples. The Buddha say, this 34, he is very stubborn, not only in this world, from so many past world already. His character always like this, not only in this life. Before so many lives, he is very stubborn. Very hard to move, very hard to change. Although 34 is the number one wisdom. Right? See, so many, 你看，智慧第一，说法第一，神通第一，什么解空第一 so many 第一 so many first. Even they are first, but still cannot attain Buddhahood. Why? Because of the tendency. This is the main thing. Why cannot attain Buddhahood? You want to improve your temper is easier. But you want to repent your tendency, it's very difficult. That's why we say, 我们在慈济里面，在学佛里面 all of us are the good people with so many tendency. 啊，对不对？是吧？这习气深重的好人呐、懂吗？怎么翻译啊？我们都是习气深重的好人呐、We are very
Good
nice
afflicted people.
对不对？ We are very nice people. 慈济 people
with
are very
lots of
nice,
afflictions. Yeah,
but still have very
many afflictions.
习气深重啊。
Habitual tendency, very,
Yeah.
still have a lot of that.
对对，所以这个是我们的警惕了。We have to be vigilant for this for ourselves, right? Okay.
好。
Very clear.
Yes.
We can talk for what time? Now it's 7:35.
Yeah, that's 7:35. We still have one question, but maybe we can, because the next question is also quite
Finish
long.
this one. We finished question 4, right?
4 question. 这个有一
Okay,
点
okay,
长
okay.
诶。
Okay. The question 4 is: our hearts are liberated from the 6 realms when they achieve the 4th rule of nirvana with residue.
Residue.
Where do they go when they pass away? This first one. The second one: Buddha returned to the world to transform sentient beings even when they achieve great nirvana. Where is Sakyamuni Buddha now? Is he among humans or in another realm? Okay.
This question got related to the previous question.
Okay, very nice question.
阿罗汉果和
In Buddhism 是这样子的哈。There are 4 kinds of human. In Buddhism, roughly we can say there are 4 different phenomena for the sentient beings. 4 phenomena of the sentient beings. One is arahats. You say arahats, right? Second one, bodhisattva. Second one. The other one is 罗汉啊、菩萨啦，还有什么？
Prachekas？
对啊，众生也是啊，即众生，阿罗汉、菩萨啊，还有佛。Sorry, there are 4 phenomena. That means the first one, sentient beings. First one. Second one, arahats. Third one, bodhisattva. Last one, Buddha. Okay, this, if we make the 把它分了哈，就4种了。There are 4 kinds of the phenomenon of the sentient beings. Okay, these 4 kinds. And the arahats, that means sentient beings after pass away, they will return back to reincarnate to these 6 realms again, right? This everybody knows, right? And the other one, arahat, Buddha, bodhisattva, these 3 kinds, because they are already enlightened.
Yes, enlightened.
So they can totally, extremely liberated from the 6 realms. This means 达到这个果位的哈，他就可以jump out this 三界的。This means can jump out from these 6 realms, not suffer, not 受缚，怎么讲啊？被绑住啊 ，not tightened by these 6 realms.
Bound.
That's why Buddha said, who is Buddha? Buddha is ordinary human who enlightened. Buddha is the ordinary human who already enlightened. Who is sentient beings? Sentient being is the Buddha who not yet enlightened. Right? So Buddha is sentient beings. Sentient beings also Buddha. Where is the difference? Because everybody say 心佛众生三无差别嘛，对不对？ Our mind, sentient beings and Buddha, no difference. But although we said no difference, but actually there are one thing different, only one thing. This is the 重点啊, the key point. The key point is one thing difference only, is enlightened. 觉悟与否啦. If you enlightened, then immediately you are Buddha. If you don't enlightened, then you are sentient beings. So if today you are enlightened, you have consciousness, today you are Buddha, living Buddha. Or this morning you enlightened, this morning you are a living Buddha. But this afternoon you have some misunderstanding, or you have some problem with other people, and this causes you 心不宽念不纯, so many afflictions. And this afternoon you become a sentient being. So very possible this morning we are still a Buddha, but this afternoon we become a sentient beings, right? So you ask me, where is the Buddha now? Buddha is you. But only difference, the real Buddha is full-time Buddha. So we are amateur Buddha. Sometimes Buddha, sometimes sentient beings, right? Sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy. Sometimes in the heaven, sometimes in hell. Sometimes in the hell. Yeah. So this question, this answer is very easy. Whether you want to be a Buddha or become a sentient being depends on your consciousness. 觉悟了没有? Not like just what I say, this morning enlightened, this afternoon not enlightened. No. If the period of your enlightenment become longer and longer, become 1 month enlightened, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, whole life, and then become different standard of the Buddha, right? Like master, she is the 成愿再来的嘛. So for Master Ching Yen to say, her whole life is real living Buddha. No any one word say wrong. We are different, right? We are sometimes can speak very good.
We are part-time.
We are part-time Buddha. Yeah, part-time. Yeah. The real Buddha is full-time Buddha. We are part-time Buddha. Yeah, part-time.
So we cannot go to become part-time. Must be full-time.
Okay. Now the other question they say, 不再有分段生死有没有 ？Talking about the because these 3 people
有余涅槃呐，这个是讲的这个阿罗汉有余涅槃呐。
好 ，OK. I cannot speak too deep because no use for us. We have to know the key point. You know, we can scrub this.
Point is the present moment.
Yeah, Arahats, Buddha, Bodhisattva. These 3 kind of people, because they already eliminate all the afflictions, they have no any tendency, so they don't need to return back to 6 realms. That means they don't have the 分段生死。有变异生死跟分段生死，有2个。In Buddhism, there are 2生死啦啊 ，live and death 啦，分段一个变异的哈。
对 ，transformation。
简单讲了哈，分段生死就是一般我们讲的生命的生死，今生今世 ，this life, our live and death, we call the 分段生死。
Fragmentary samsara.
Yeah, can see very obviously. Okay, you are 你出生了you give birth, you die. Can see very. So this only talking about this life. You give birth, you pass away. We call the 分段生死。这一辈子死了，投胎下一辈子这个叫分段生死。Another one is 变异生死改变的变异就是那个，这个变异就是不同了。哎呀，变成异就是不同嘛变异生死是什么生死 ？This emphasizes our mind. 变异生死。OK。早上我想去玩，后来想想又不要了，或者我今天想去 shopping， 想想浪费金钱 ，waste money, I don't want to go. This one we call the 变异生死。变异生死分段生死也可以这样子讲的From primary school, you graduate from primary school, now start to go to the junior school, right? That means your period in primary school is dying. Your period in the junior school is life. 这个也是分段生死啊。I use this comparison, it's easy to understand, right? 从小学到中学，小学死掉了，中学又活，中学开始了，啊，这个叫做分段啊 ，different section， 对，啊 ，different section 的生死嘛，啊，这辈子死掉了，投在下辈子啊，那个叫分段生死。变异生死是指我们的那个啦，那个什么，那个 thought， 哎，我们的心呐，刚刚想要发脾气。后来想一想，发脾气是短暂的发疯，发脾气是拿别人的错惩罚自己。Thinking of the jinns of origin before we want to lose temper, but now we stop. This means 变异生死啊，要发脾气的那个想法呢，死掉了，发脾气的念头起来了，那个叫做变异生死。其实这个也要懂一下也很好了。哇，你们问的问题很深哦，很厉害哦。
不是啦 ，No, I think no. This is because we don't understand. That's why we ask. So I think the conclusion here, Brother David, is we don't be concerned about it as being so far away. But as Master always say, coming back to the present moment, what is most important is to seize the moment. And when you seize the moment, we are extending it already. So 每一个分每一个秒 we seize the moment, and 它的 accumulation will actually bring us to the final destination， 是吗？可以这样说吗？
对。
好。
对。
所以 no part time bodhisattva, as Brother Chin always remind us.
Try to be full time 啦。Try to be not easy 的。Yeah. Only can say this part time Buddha can make longer time, not short time, not only half day or 1 day, right?
Yeah, extend it.
Before 1 day Buddha, now extend 1 week Buddha, then 1 month Buddha, then 1 year Buddha, right?
Definitely. 好
Yeah.
So 很感恩 Brother David for joining us today for our main question and answer session. So I hope for everybody, hope your questions have been answered, and all of us have gained so much from Brother David. And now, 感恩 so much.
Okay, thank you everybody. All the best for you.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you so much, Dr. Young, for joining us as well. Bye, Brother
Bye.
David.
Bye.
Okay. Brother
Go,
David,
go, go.
你要离开了吗？还是我要拍合照先 ？Can we take a group photo with Brother David and Dr. Young while he's here?
Good.
Can everybody switch on your video? I know Brother
David
Joe is joining us already, right?
Yeah, so sorry, the time a bit overrun. Brother Joe, if Brother Joe can extend a bit.
Okay.
Sister, your wife is taking photo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sister, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sister YY.
Okay, move forward.
Move forward.
Go.
Move forward, full time.
Okay, we look forward to Dr. Young sharing one day also. Okay,
Correct.
Bye.
Yeah, about vegetarianism. So much, Dr. Young.
Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
We pass it to Brother Joe. So sorry about the time, Brother Joe.
Yeah, so sorry, Brother Joe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Brother David. How? So we pass the time now over to Brother Joe. And Brother Joe.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I think it's perfectly okay. I think the most important thing is we all got something out of what Brother David was sharing with us. I think that is most important. There were 4 questions answered, and there were actually, the contents were more than 4 questions. I think there were, especially toward the end, Brother David talks about the different types of existence, whether it's the life, our physical life, or if it's the transitory nature of our thoughts and our ideas. That's also a different type of existence. You are thinking one thing and then you become that. you're thinking of another and you become that. And that was also related to the third question that was, the fourth question that was asked. So I think it's not about, don't worry about the time. I think we're all here because we all have some thoughts that we want to share. And it just happens so that the time is this way. We're going to head to our rehearsal in a very short time. We're going to rehearse for tomorrow's ceremony. But I think that, just like what Sister Stephanie said at the end, also echoing Brother Chin and also echoing Brother David, talks about that being Bodhisattva is really a full-time. It's a full-time commitment. It's not part-time. It's something that we should all remember doing. And I think that is hard, right? That is really hard, because let's not talk about being Bodhisattva for full-time. Let's just think about, being a parent for full-time. Is there a moment where you are thinking maybe you're so tired that maybe you want to get away for 10 minutes, 10 minutes, you lock yourself in a room and then you just, the kids are sleeping or the kids are doing their own thing, and then you just be by yourself for 10 minutes. Is there a time that you want to do that, right? So we all need a break from this responsibility, from this objective that we want to do. So is it really easy? It's not easy, right? And so being full-time, it's not easy, but that's what we strive to do. That's why Brother David at the end said, go, go, go. Okay. Well, today, I do have to leave at around 8-ish. So I couldn't do more sharing. But I do want to review what we said before. I do want to go through some of the things that was said about 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, when we talked about the chapter 2, skillful means. And I wanted to summarize, just go through the summary. We don't have to get any new contents. Maybe we can end around 8 o'clock, and it's just going through some summary to refresh everybody's memory about what chapter 2 is really talking about. We talked about that the main point of this chapter was to illustrate the one true path, the one true teaching, the true teaching that is higher or beyond what we have already learned. It was supposed to be like this. And then we talked about why is the chapter named skillful means, right? If we're trying to leave the skillful means, if we're trying to get to the true teaching, then why is it named skillful means, right? So there were a lot of talk. We were discussing about why the chapter is named this way. And all these is a self-evaluation. I think this is going to come up quite often. How do you know what you have learned that you really do understand? How do you know? And the way is through self-evaluation. The way is through understanding and making sure that you do as what you learn, and you do as what you're taught, and you do as what you believe. And that requires self-contemplation. So in this chapter, I think a lot of it's about teaching you the tools, but it's also telling you how to evaluate yourself. So this chapter is named skillful means. I think the important thing isn't to find out why it's named skillful means. The important thing is to see the nature. Do you really understand this chapter? And then do you really understand why it's named this way? This is the same way as Brother David was talking about. Do you know what Bodhisattva path is? And then evaluate yourself. Do you know why your master calls us Bodhisattva? And do you know if you are doing that? That is the knowing and the doing part. But connecting the knowing and the doing requires this self-evaluation, this contemplation. And we're going to see that a lot in this chapter, because it's not just talking about giving you the tools. It also talks about how do you evaluate yourself if you are doing the right thing. So this chapter talks about what you're leaving for. You're leaving for the one true path. Supposedly, all the teachings beforehand was just trying to get you there, get you going. Now you're going for something higher, something more difficult, something more in depth. Okay, at least that's what the Buddha started off by saying, that this is very profound. Know why you're leaving, because that, even though so profound, so difficult to understand, that is the path to attaining Buddhahood. And then this chapter specifically talks about how you can leave. So I think skillful means isn't anymore talking about skillfully the Buddha's teaching before for the first 42 years are skillful. It doesn't mean just that. It also means that now that you know the one true path, now that you know, for example, there are many highways, there are many highways that you can choose to drive to get to your destination, right? So now the one true path says, to get there fastest, to get there without a lot of problems, you should choose Highway 1. You choose Highway 1. Now you know the path, but you still need to get the means to get there, right? So it's not just knowing the path. Knowing the destination is one thing. Choosing your path is the second. But how do you use that path? That's the third. So Brother David talks about, Master Cheng Yen doesn't say Amitofo, doesn't say Amitabha a lot or never, because Brother David said that is not the path Master chose. That is not the path that she chose. Hang on a second. That is not the path that he chose, that she chose. So so that is why, hang on. Okay, so that is not the path that she chose. The path that she chose was Highway 1. So Master isn't going to talk about Highway 2, 3, 4, or 5. However, how do you travel on Highway 1? How? How do you travel on Highway 1? Well, there are going to be tools. There are going to be vehicles. There are going to be different ways. Some people get there faster and they are driving in a sports car. Some people that are going to get there, but they're going to take a lot of people with them. So they drive a bus or they take the train. It's not just about the objective, and it's not just about the path. It's also about how you travel on this path. That is the skillful means, and that is telling you the tools that you can use on this path. Okay, so there are many different ways to explain this particular chapter, but evaluate yourself. Do you really understand? Okay, so now, first of all, how can you leave, right? What can you do? This chapter talks about that there is this wondrous Dharma. This is very tremendous. It's profound. No one can understand except for the Buddha. Well, in that case, then we should give up, right? Because we're not Buddhas yet. And so Buddha says, wait, hold on a minute. Even though you cannot understand, I am pointing you the way. Follow what I did. You can get there too. You just have to believe the Buddha. And that's why faith is one very important component of this. The Buddha is telling you it's impossible to get there unless you're Buddha. Then the Buddha is telling you, but you can follow what I did, travel on this path, and you will get there. If you believe Buddha, if you have faith in Buddha, if you trust in what the Buddha's teaching is, then you will follow the path. You will do what the Buddha did. And eventually, after enduring all these difficulties, you're going to get there. So the skillful means chapter is to tell you the ways, is to share with you how you can do this by breaking through a lot of difficulties, right? So the first tools that we got was 37 principles of enlightenment. And then there's also 10 strengths and 4 fearlessness. So these are, I'm going to just go through them very quickly because you can dive into them specifically on each individual teaching. But I'm just going to go through them. The 37 principles of enlightenment are the groundwork. This is the groundwork that we need to train ourselves. This is almost like this is the year 1, year 2 of the elementary school. Get your bearings, get your fundamentals, right? You know when the school starts, you know when the school ends, you know that their homework, get your time correct, right? I remember in when I was growing up, my parents would do the same. When you come home, what do? The first thing you do, you wash your hands and you say, you see the parents, you greet your parents, and then you wash your hands, you get ready, and you maybe talk to my mom about what the teacher said today. And then my mom will maybe make something for me, make some snack for me. And then I begin to do my homework. That is setting up the groundwork, right? And then, we have dinner. After we have dinner, maybe at 7 o'clock, we watch the news together. And then 7:30, at 7:30, we watch the news together. And then 8 o'clock, we shut off the TV and everybody do their work. My dad does his work. My mom does her work. And my brother and I, we do the work. So that is the fundamentals, right? The 37 principles of enlightenment is the fundamentals. And so that's the first tool. The second and the third tools go together. It's called the 10 strengths and 4 fearlessness. Okay, the time is almost up, and I'm going to quickly wrap up. The 37 principles of enlightenment talks about how we can better ourselves, while the 10 strengths and 4 fearlessness are what we need and what we can learn to pass what we have learned to other people. Now, what things do we pass on to other people? It's maybe that, the way that you are having a very orderly life. That's a way that you can share with other people how you can learn, how you learn, or it's the things that you actually learn, you can teach people. There are many, many things that you can share with other people. That's the 10 strengths and 4 fearlessness. So that's the sharing for today. I apologize to cut this short, but all that this is doing is to be very, very clear about sharing with everybody. You know the goal, you know the direction, you know which path to travel, and then you know how to get there, the means. Okay, so that's the sharing for today, and we're gonna end it right here. Sorry that I can't share more. Next time, I promise, we'll be able to share more and more in depth about chapter 2. Thank you.
感恩 Brother Joe for the wonderful session. Apology for the time. We are trust that we can hear more from Brother on this 37 作品 37 principles of enlightenment. Always very wonderful and insightful. 感恩 brothers and sisters for great support, and of course, we're grateful to our earlier sharer, Brother David, and facilitated by Sister Stephanie and Dr. Yong. We hope one day we can hear the stories from Dr. Yong also. Okay, and brothers and sisters, we know everyone is very busy today because over here at Shalom, we also have our Buddha Bathing Day at Jingsi Hall, and there are stalls set up. So people, everyone, wish everyone lots of Dharma joy as we go to seek refuge from the Triple Gem today. Okay, let us invite Brother Joe to lead us in making vows to the Buddha and Master Cheng Yen as we depart to apply all these wonderful teachings in our everyday life. Let us pay our respects to our teachers of life. We also first vow, second vow. Everyone take good care, stay safe, everyone. I think Brother Joseph is very busy. They all have rehearsal for tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Stay safe. It's Stephanie. Yeah. Okay, bye. We are also doing our CPI today, refugee. Okay, take care. Stay safe.